Hello everyone and welcome to an Escape the Darkness video. It's been a while since we've done an Escape the Darkness video, but the reason for it, every once in a while I like to interact with you guys on the community post inside of the channel. If you guys want to find that, go ahead right here on my channel, just click on that, and sometimes there'll be a post there for you guys to vote on the next video, and it looks like Escape the Darkness was one that got chosen, and I had a lot of people recommend some things for Escape the Darkness on topics we could do for a video, and killer builds was a big topic. In the past for Escape the Darkness, I have done a lot of builds on survivors, you know, just doing task loadouts or healing loadouts, stuff like that. And then another video we did on a killer build was actually for the Butcher. That was a god tier build. And if you guys really want a good killer build that is for the Butcher, which is the main class that you unlock, go ahead and check out that video. It will be on the screen right now. That build for the Butcher is extremely OP. However, for today's build for a killer, we're going to be dealing with the Dream Demon. And I don't really mess around with the Dream Demon too much. I don't use him a lot. This build for the Dream Demon is going to be all visual and highlights. And what I mean by that is you're going to be dealing with the survivor's vision being distorted, and you're also going to be dealing with you being an all-seeing Dream Demon. And what I mean by that is you're going to be able to see the survivors like every second of the game. It's ridiculous. We have 4 perks on the Dream Demon for you guys today that all deal with highlights. So they're going to be highlighting the survivors inside the match on certain things that happen inside of the game. Now, if you guys really want an all-seeing class as well for a different killer, I highly suggest going with the Scarecrow. I think this would also work on the Scarecrow, but today we're going to be applying the effects of visual as well to go ahead and help us see them and then them not see anything. That's pretty much the whole point of the Dream Demon for today. But you could definitely apply these 4 perks on the Scarecrow because they are going to be all highlights. So if you want to get to that survivor fast or that is highlighted, Scarecrow would work out really well. Also, guys, before we do start, I just want to say we would be making more videos on Escape the Darkness if the game had more content for us. They've been kind of slow on the content drops or just updates in general, so I haven't done a lot with this game. This is a top tier game of mine. I do love playing Escape the Darkness in my off time and making videos on it as well, but the reason we don't have a lot of videos on it, it's just because there's not much for me to go ahead and do. I pretty much feel like I've covered everything inside of the game. I did talk to one of the head devs, and they said they had some plans coming in the near future, so very excited for that. Let's go ahead and get started with the 4 perks inside of this Dream Demon build. So the 4 perks we're going to be dealing with, like I said before, are all going to be highlighting the survivors. We have the Crow Sight, the Sleep Paralysis, One Step Ahead, and the Night Watch. So the 2 killers you're really going to need to go ahead and unlock all of these perks to use inside of your loadout for the Dream Demon is the Scarecrow and the Dream Demon, of course. That's pretty much all you need, because One Step Ahead is a perk that every single killer can get without having to level them up to unlock that perk for everyone to use. It's just one of the basic perks that deals with highlighting. We are going to talk about all these perks being max level, by the way, so get them max ranked. It'll be at most beneficial to you in that way. So let's start with One Step Ahead. With One Step Ahead, this deals with survivors vaulting or building within 60 studs of you. They'll become highlighted for a total of 9 seconds, and then this perk has a cooldown of 25 seconds. So if you are around a vast group of people, 60 studs, by the way, inside of Escape the Darkness is a pretty far distance. If you are chasing survivors and they do tend to know their rotation around a map, if they ever vault or just build a barricade, they're going to be highlighted, and you're going to be able to tell where they exactly are, so you can go ahead and maybe make another type of rotation to get to them faster without them doing theirs. If that makes any sense, it's just going to highlight them, letting you know where they are and letting you know what their next step is. Let's go ahead and move on to Sleep Paralysis, and this is the Dream Demon perk that you're going to need for this build. So when you attack a survivor, all of the other survivors around you within 70 studs will become highlighted, and they will also become 20% slower for 15 seconds. Sleep Paralysis is probably one of the better highlighting perks because it just lets you know where everyone is and makes them slower as well, almost 1/4 slower than what they normally would, so you can go ahead and catch up to them. And this, of course, is when a survivor is attacked with a cooldown of 60 seconds. So 60 seconds cooldown is a long time, but then again, if people are grouped up, you're just going to need that 15 seconds to see all survivors highlighted around you and slowed as well within that stipulated time frame. So Sleep Paralysis is going to be a very good perk for just letting you know where everyone is in a 70 stud distance radius. The last 2 perks for this loadout are going to be Scarecrow based. We got the Crow Sight and the Night Watch, of course. Let's start with the Crow Sight. So when a survivor is rescued, you will not only hear an audio cue, but that rescuer will become highlighted for 6 seconds. And the reason I love using Crow Sight for a highlighted perk is because even though it says it highlights only the rescuer, you're going to know with that audio cue, because none of these other perks have audio cues. You're going to know that that highlighted person is going to be from a rescuer, which also lets you know that there is a rescuee. So technically, it's highlighting 2 people for you. And of course, this is only for 6 seconds. It's a short duration, but it's letting you know that someone did get rescued and that there's 2 people over there. And within that 6 seconds, it'll also also let you know within that time frame whether or not they're healing that person right away. So that is another addition to using Crowsight. Let's go with the last perk here, and this is called Night Watch. After you down a survivor, the survivor furthest from you becomes highlighted and your movement speed is increased by 9% for 10 seconds. This perk is extremely underrated. Not a lot of people know what Night Watch is actually capable of because they just think, well, okay, if I down someone, it just lets me know where the furthest person is. Exactly. It lets you know the furthest person from you. So therefore, the distance from you to that survivor, there's going to be all of the other survivors in the match between you guys. So it really lets you know whether or not that might be the last survivor or where everyone else is between you and that survivor. Very underrated for finding everyone else. A lot of people don't know that. If you guys are using Night Watch and it does activate when you down a survivor, if I were you, just for that 10 seconds, and even though your movement speed is increased by 9%, I wouldn't use that for finding the person that got highlighted. I would just leave that alone, and it's more of an intel perk to let you know, okay, where's the furthest person, and then therefore where the other people are, and then use that 9% speed boost you get for the 10 seconds to your advantage for finding the other people between you and that person that got highlighted. So Night Watch, definitely an underrated perk. So with the 4 perks that we have here, we have one for rescuing and the rescuee, we have one for downing a survivor, one for attacking a survivor, and also one for a survivor that vaults or builds. So we literally have highlighting perks here for intel on everything a survivor does besides doing an objective or running. That's literally the only thing. So this loadout with all of these healing perks are going to help a bunch on intel, on highlighting, and then pairing it with the Dream Demon, going to help you find them faster and them not being able to see you come at a faster rate as well. Pause on that one. Let me know if you guys would rather use this Dream Demon class with the Scarecrow setup. I know this loadout would work really well with the Scarecrow, but if you guys really want to go ahead and alter the vision of survivors while using this setup, which I think would be very beneficial, go ahead and try it on the Dream Demon. And let me know, guys, down below if you did try out this loadout. Let me know how it goes. All right, guys, with all that being said, I just want to say really quick, I'm not exactly for sure when the next video on Escape the Darkness will be. It's becoming very difficult to make videos on this game because, like we said before in the start of the video, there's not a lot for me to go ahead and cover anymore. I mean, we pretty much covered everything. But as of right now, guys, we're probably going to shift this game aside for now until we go ahead and get more content drops for Escape the Darkness. So I hope you guys can understand. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. My name's JMT, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.